That's the pre-show.
Alright, what? Alright guys, this is Real Talk for 5/2013. We're joined by Drinking Man
J-Dubbed
and DKnuerr. Hopefully we're gonna get Robert Traboa in here soon.
and mystery guests.
Mystery guest, hopefully.
If not, then you can listen to our soothing voices and the voices in the background, which I'm sure you'll hear later.
Shut up, ass.
There we go.
There you go.
Alright, topic for today.
I'm coming home. Oh yeah, I'm coming home.
Now we gotta plug them.
Yep. Super Jail. Love that show.
I just realized I'm gonna have to go back and watch all of these episodes and plug everyone.
Oh God.
Nah, it'll be alright. It'll be funny to watch. Okay. Topic for today. Well, first topic anyway.
What I said? Well, let's just do this real fast. I'm currently myself, I'm starting I'm starting an LP, which would be of Custom Robo to the Nintendo GameCube, which is Custom Robo Battle Arena in Japan.
In case any of you don't know, an LP is a Let's Play.
Yep.
Walk through or play through, whatever you want to call it.
With commentary.
Yes. Plug him now.
I'm horrible.
This game is like super. I don't want to give any spoilers, but save point.
Oh God. I need to fix that so damn now.
Where did Traboa go?
I have no idea. I was like, we were walking over here. Also, it's like it's like we come in here. I talk with everyone. Suddenly, I like look around. Where the hell is he?
Yeah.
He's at. Did he even come with us?
That's the janitor.
Yep.
Best man in the school. It's always helpful.
Yep.
Well, okay, we were talking about. I think it's generic video game designs.
What? No, it's like we call it certain aspects of video game design and how they would equate to like a good game. It's like what I want to talk about what different games did really well, and like what we call in certain aspects, and the whole basis I'm using is Game Dev Tycoon because game dev. Why not? So what? Good games in terms of engine.
I would say the Unreal technology engine.
Unreal. Anything Unreal, apparently.
Yeah. So far they've made stuff like Batman, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. Didn't they make
Mass Effect?
Yeah, I was gonna say Mass Effect.
It's a really versatile engine, but we're talking about games that have really good engine.
Yeah. What about Far Cry? Did Unreal make that one?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No. Well, whatever engine made Far Cry, it's definitely amazing.
Wait, that's my pen, I think. No, wait, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. What other engines?
Source engine is really well optimized.
Source? Yeah. What's that one called? Sega's been on their butt for longest. No, I honestly have to say I don't really pay attention to most of the engines. I apologize for that.
Well, they have what? Frostbite, that's what it was. I was about to say Bit 8. That's freaking Golems. Frostbite engine, which is for Battlefield and Medal of Honor, the new ones. That engine's pretty good considering we call it for destruction, but
can we say Treyarch? Or is that more of a
they recycle the same engine, honestly. Optimize it a little bit, but then what?
I just like the way they actually
repackage it out.
Yeah. I like the way they customize, let people, well, not let people, but you know what I mean, customize and create own zombie maps and stuff like that.
Oh, well, they don't do that.
I know what I'm saying. They give them the option and with the technology and stuff.
I forget what Bungie uses, but theirs is really good. Like Halo with the whole like Forge thing. That was really good. And their whole theater mode too.
I do like theater mode. Those are really nice features.
It's really great for machinima. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Like any machinima that stick out to us, but that's later.
Okay. What about the engine that made Grand Theft Auto, the Grand Theft Auto series?
I don't know what it's called. It's Rockstar's though, I think.
I know they must have had to go through a lot to make such an interactive city.
You better watch their shit because fucking Ubisoft is coming out with Watch Dogs and that's competing with it. Hell.
Whose engine is that?
I don't know. It's Ubisoft is making it. I'm not sure what engine it is. It might be Unreal. Never know.
True. I forgot which engine made Watching Dogs. We're plugging games more than we are engines, actually.
But we're supposed to. We're a game thing.
Yeah. This is originally a gaming channel, in case you guys...
We need to get back to our roots.
We really need to get back to our roots, because I'm pretty sure you guys don't even remember with all the politics we've been talking.
Yep.
Especially...
Too much non-gaming stuff. Alright, what about in terms of gameplay?
Gameplay?
What games come to mind now that have really good gameplay?
I always, when it comes to gameplay, I always go for Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Fighting
maybe
games.
Budokai 3.
Fighting games.
And I want to say, I kind of want
Are those games like 3D environment or 2D?
They're 3D. Well, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 is more of 2D. Kind of a side-scroller.
I'm essentially going like what? Mortal Kombat Armageddon versus Mortal Kombat 2011.
I also like I feel like they combine...
God.
That was my bad. If I tried to block it, did not work. I feel like if they combine...
Hey, they're playing on Timberland. Alright.
I feel like if they combine the gameplay in Call of Duty and... Hold on. Call of Duty, a little bit of Gears of War, and I saw something. It wasn't Battlefield. It was another game.
What are you trying to go for? How?
It's like the best way to experience first person and third person
Arma?
shooter.
You talking about Arma? The Arma engine. Oh my god, that thing is like good, but unoptimized as shit. Hopefully they fix that for the next one.
But I would say the best way to get the new gen of what's called
next gen of consoles.
Yeah.
Which is technically like less than current gen PC right now, honestly. PC Master Race. I think I have a napkin. I'll fix it in a sec. Yeah, go ahead.
I kind of lost my train of thought. I was going to go with... I think the best way... I'm not that much of a Call of Duty fan. I only play it for zombies, to be honest. But I think the best thing they can do to optimize Call of Duty for the best selling rate is to have it integrated so that it's not just a first-person shooter. Like, I know that would kind of take away from Call of Duty, but it feels like it would do great if you gave it a third-person vantage point.
Well, why?
I don't know why.
Wouldn't it just be Horde mode then?
It's Horde mode.
In Gears of War?
I never played Gears of War. I've seen people play Gears of War, and the gameplay looks like it's fluent.
Yeah, I don't like Gears of War too much.
But I've never played it, so, you know.
I was more Halo guy, obviously.
Yeah, Halo. Well, maybe that's what it was. Nah, it wasn't Halo. But...
Yeah, what gameplay-wise, like, you have to think, like, as per what genre it is. So it's like, what, first-person shooter, like, what really good mechanics for that are, like, what... Well, I'm not sure, hell, it's like, what... With, Bioshock Infinite, they really did the whole skyhook thing, and that was really good. Like, certain, like, aspects of the game that, like, really add to it that you don't really usually see too often is what I'm trying to go for. Battlefield 3 has a destructible environment that changes, like, what, over the course of the game, even though it's not so much with 3 compared to 2. I mean, Bad Company 2. Call of Duty. Not too much new in terms of gameplay at all.
Not really. The only thing new is really, like... I can't even say the zombies are new, honestly.
Well, what? The whole like, what? thing they did with transit, though, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty fun.
It's like it's like a giant map that you like have to go through each part with. Like what?
I also like that they have parts that you can assemble stuff with now, and that really helps to the survival of the characters. Although it sucks if
only like what problem with zombies is there's like essentially like what after you get to a certain point you've essentially beaten the map. You can't like what after a certain while it all depends on like if you fuck up or if you just want to stop playing.
Yeah.
Because like you can like go in, you can pack a punch all your weapons and then you'll be set.
Pretty much.
All you have to do is just like hold out for insta kill or max ammo or all that.
It's always a saving factor. Like that's always me and my dad played Call of Duty a lot, Black Ops 2 a lot. So if we were on round 20 or something, our saving grace is always the max ammo and insta kill. The nuke is it's kind of a saving grace, but at the same time it's not, because for some reason the zombies still will kill you even if you grab a nuke. What?
Let me ask if you have a dad.
Yeah. I don't care about the racist jokes. You can joke all you want. I don't really care.
It's funny because he shouldn't.
But my stomach's been hurting all day. But need to eat something besides school. No.
Go.
But lost my train of thought because of them.
You can get a new
game.
Can't. Okay, go ahead.
Gameplay wise, I don't think you've played it, but have you heard of Asura's Wrath?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, since it's Capcom, you're obviously gonna do that whole side-scroller thing, gameplay format. No, not side-scroller, platform. Like, Mortal Kombat's kind of.
Wait, what? Mortal Kombat's a platformer?
No, not Mortal Kombat. Let's call it Street Fighter.
Street Fighter is a platforming game?
Well, I mean those games where you can like shift side to side.
You mean 3D fighting games then? What do you mean?
Well, I don't know how to describe them. You've never played Dragon Ball Z Budokai, have you?
No, I've not played any of the Dragon Ball games.
Well, actually, no, it's not really like that. Gears of War. You play not Gears of War. God damn it. Metal Gear Solid. Solid. Revengeance.
Yeah,
that. Revengeance. Have you played that or seen it at least?
A little bit, yeah.
That kind of format. It has that kind of format.
So essentially just like a adventure fighting game.
Yes, except it's in a circle. It's like, if I feel like they would have a greater game like Asura's Wrath, I'm hoping they're coming out with a second game for it. I just felt like I heard the door open. I feel like they're coming out with a second game for it because the first game kind of ended with a twist. So I'm hoping they continue the story. But I feel like if they really want to increase the support for that game, they would make it so you combine it with a lot of free roam styles. Like in the battle phases, yeah, you can have what's it called? You can go with the Metal Gear Revengeance style, that platform, whatever. But if you go free. God damn it, I'm forgetting my words. I just said it. Free roam. If you do the free roam aspect when you're not in the fights, then I feel like that would greatly help the game. I mean, what do you think gameplay wise would be like the best type of game?
Oh god. I'm obviously gonna go into what? FPS, but I just don't want to. It's like what?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Just like any type of game, as long what do you think will optimize the best gameplay for any game possible?
Fluid motion, like what? Being able to like move around the map, like without having to feel like you're walking over a stick and you can't go. You have to go around it instead of over it.
What about what's that called? Environmental effects.
What do you mean?
Like a lot of stuff, like in a lot of good games recently, you have good fighting games. You have where you can actually use the environment. Have you played?
I know what you're talking about. Like the whole, like they did with Mortal Kombat Deception, how they had like the little swords in the middle of the map, but like more stuff that's related to it rather than it just being a weapon in the middle of the field that you can grab.
Yeah. Have you played Injustice or?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like that, like their environmental stuff. Not to mention like, gosh, damn this Sprite. I should have got a Coke, but nah, I shouldn't have. No, what am I saying? You know how in fighting games you could actually knock somebody so hard out of the arena that you switch arenas, like how they did in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I feel like that would help too. Not to mention just the fact, like, have you ever played a game with headphones?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard, like, the sound was in such great quality you could hear the wind and everything?
That sound, we're going into that later.
Alright, okay. But, like, yeah, just, like, serious environments and stuff, like, you even hear you stepping in the grass or stepping on a branch.
Yeah.
Like, the branch doesn't stop you. You step on that thing, but you hear it snap over the music. Well, not over the music. That'd be weird.
Alright, I think we talked enough about gameplay. No, we haven't. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna mention these names, and it'll be pretty obvious why. Mirror's Edge, Portal, what was it? Amnesia, definitely.
Of course.
In terms of strategy games,
Nobody say Yu-Gi-Oh.
no, that's a card game. Rise of Nations is pretty good.
Yeah.
Mountain Blade, definitely. It's a really good.
No, I'm saying yeah.
Mountain Blade, yeah. It's a really good game. It's a thing.
It's a thing. I feel like if we had 5 people doing this would be chaotic, though.
This would be a lot more fun, though.
It would be fun, but it'd be chaotic.
Yeah,
like creatures.
You can't the thing is with them, it's like you can focus down on what they're saying instead of like what we had last week, which was horrible, honestly. I haven't listened to it yet, I don't want to.
Yeah. That's the reason we called it
Duality.
Yeah. I was about to say dual sword for some reason.
Alright, next aspect in the terms of like the first stage of Game Dev Tycoon, like development of a game, would be story and quest.
Oh, God. I've never been a fan of side quests. I really haven't, so...
You haven't?
Not really. Unless it really helps with character development. Not mine, but like other story...
My god.
Like other character story development.
The Elder Scrolls series, Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, side quests like they add a whole bunch to the game. And then yeah, the Elder Scrolls series is really good for story. At least from my perspective, hell, like the whole Dark Brotherhood thing in both Oblivion and Skyrim, that was like really good. It's like there are 2 kinds of stories. There's like linear story, which is like one ending definitive, like BioShock Infinite, Halo, names we keep on mentioning.
Yeah.
Then there's like the whole branching or dynamic story, like Mass Effect with multiple endings, Mass Effect BioShock 1. Deus Ex had that, didn't they?
Don't remember. It probably had... I know it had more than 1 ending. I know it had more than 2 endings, actually.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. You can
I also think...
Mass Effect is included in that list, though. That's a really good story.
I also think, if you're going story-wise, it's great to take notes from Mass Effect because everything you do was crucial to your ending. And
yeah, you can debate that.
I don't mean everything you do in Mass Effect was crucial to you. I mean, crucial parts.
Yeah.
But, I feel like if you have a game...
Not only that, the characters in there were, amazing. Mordin, Garrus, all them.
But, if you have a story... if you're going story-wise, I feel like not every single aspect, but every important aspect should lead to a different conclusion of the game. I don't want to say you should go, if you don't...
All out fucking crazy. If you do one thing wrong, like my brother did in the beginning of BioShock 1... He accidentally harvested one of the little sisters.
God damn it.
And that ruined the ending for him.
God damn it. But I don't even go all crazy. It's you stepped on that butterfly, you now failed to
Butterfly effect.
Right?
Like that, yeah.
No, it's just I would say no more than 10 endings. Even if you're gonna go crazy, no more than 10 endings. Because that would just be awful.
We can't speak as PlayStation gamers, but
Yeah,
Infamous was pretty okay-ish. Yeah. I'm not sure.
I haven't completely played Infamous. I've only played demos. I like it though.
Oh, you have a PS3, don't you?
Yeah. Never bought it though. I'm poor as dirt.
Yeah.
But isn't the actual standard 4 to 6 endings, because they have like true ending, alternate ending, good ending, very good ending. Well, not very good ending, but like kind of good.
They
ending.
do a whole lot. Like what Fallout New Vegas, they had like a whole bunch of different like parts that you could do to it. It's like what affected by who you join. Like if you help certain people, you never even met them. It's like what, and then on top of that, all the DLC were really good. Which all like the best one being Old World Blues in terms of story, Lonesome Road in terms of like being closure. God, I love Lonesome Road.
And as quest wise, I love like main quests.
It's like what, if you want to do quests good, you need to actually like give them a reason to actually want to do it, because like
Right.
what.
Usually,
Because like with World of Warcraft, it's literally like what, no one ever bothers reading the story anymore. They get the quest, they see what they have to do, and then they like what, get out. But it's like what with Mist of Pandaria DLC, they had like this whole, at least I think it is, they had this whole like little bit with like agents from SI7 or whatever it is, and it was like really freaking funny. Okay, it's like what, the guy like what, he's going around in the forest, right? All of a sudden he finds a little raccoon. He names it like
Larry.
he names it Socks, right? Suddenly, immediately after he names it, they call it the chick who's like spotting for him, like sniping, watching his back, hits the freaking raccoon. Socks, no! No, wait. The first one was something else. The second one was Socks.
So like, if you
And,
never,
it's like, and then he found the second one, and it's like what, I named him Socks, and quickly moved on. And it turns out like what, like after that, it's like what, Socks saved him from like some woman who turned people into emerald.
so
It's like, it's weird.
so it's
You need to have what, characters you can actually like what, find enjoyable, characters that you can like what, really like get invested into, and then you need to have like a story, like give them something to do, make it relevant why you want to do it, and of course reward.
of course. I kind of like the way they did side quests in Borderlands.
Oh yeah, like they had the whole like what, yeah, see that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like so my mom, like my grandma was a pirate, and like all that shit. It's hilarious.
But yeah, in terms of quests, main thing to go after is character development, motivation,
Motivation, yeah.
yeah, and well, Revor can count in motivation, but God, I keep losing.
Character, story, reward, and what?
And
Progression? If it actually progresses the story or no?
like, I don't want to say that because like if you don't,
Yeah.
because it's like saying if you don't do this side quest, you won't go further. But like it helps towards the progression. Like it can lead to another ending.
That's more motivation. Yeah?
No.
So you're gonna talk about that outside?
Yes.
What's the topic of the day?
We have two.
What's the topic?
Yeah. Games.
Who's gonna fire you?
I'm gonna fire you. Okay? Shut up.
Yes, you do.
Are you mad?
Maybe.
No. God.
Yeah. But
What other games had good story? Mortal Kombat had good story, honestly.
honestly,
Injustice, Gods Among Us did. Bioshock Infinite, obviously.
I kind of like the story of Far Cry 3.
Halo, people like what?
People get lost in the Halo story.
I don't.
Guys,
What?
they and Jonas, they're gonna leave. You guys play one game with us, please?
Really?
No.
Fucking in the middle of this?
No.
Say no.
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 No. It's too bad. You work for us. That's why that's the only reason you're in this room.
What? You're saying that, Jonas.
We're not waiting.
Are you sure?
We're not in this room.
Then get out.
Look at that.
Jonas, stop. Jonas, stop. Just stop. Just stop.
Are you serious, Joe?
I'm not talking to you, Jimmy. I'm talking to him.
It. It's talking to it.
That thing over there.
Where's the it? Where's the African?
Anyway, did you just call me African?
Just shush. Jonas, don't get involved.
Fine.
Cut that out.
I think I was saying Far Cry 3 had a good story.
I haven't played it, but yeah.
I also think something that adds to good gameplay is DLCs.
Well, that's like what? Another like good thing to do is give it a lack of stories. That way you can like what? Make up your own.
True.
That's what they did in Mountain Blade. That's what they do in DayZ. That's what they do in Wasteland mod 2. What else is there?
I honestly think, like, I think we've already went over this, but I honestly think, interaction-wise, like...
It's like what? Interaction-wise, like the problem with, not giving, like, the character you play as a backstory kind of limits you because you're a stranger in the entire world. No one knows who you are. You know, have
yeah, that's what I mean, though. It's like, interaction-wise, I think... I don't know, it's probably
It's like what? Interaction-wise, you can't really, like, what? Get to interacting with people.
Yeah.
If you're a random character, unless it's like a character you constantly see. Like, like your dad in Fallout 3. You interact with him a whole bunch, so that's why it's like you have a backstory with him.
Yeah. But I honestly...
But it's like, the problem with that is, like, certain events are kind of like, what? Pre-planned, and so it kind of takes away from the, what was that called? Shit. Immersion, sort of. Immersion into the universe.
Oh, I get what you're saying. But yeah, I'm kind of like, this might be me, but I'm kind of like, I feel like interactive-wise, you should be able to develop a deeper relationship with almost any character.
So, definitely, totally.
Because...
It's like what? With Mass Effect, like the whole, like, how you could have, relationships with all the members of the squad.
Right.
And it's like, but the thing is, like, they still interact with each other, too. Because if, like, one thing I liked is, if you didn't pursue a relationship with Tally, then Garrus would. Or you didn't pursue a relationship with Garrus or Tally, they would become involved.
Right.
And see, it's like, what, really cool.
And, like, I don't like how most of the games, they draw away from, like, that aspect because they have a character development. Like, they're not prepared to have a certain, like, love situation between this one girl, main character girl, but you might choose to create a girl character. I know it's difficult, but I think if you work hard enough, you can find a way to build a game so that even if you make, no matter what gender you have, you can always have a great character interaction mode, like a great development wise.
They do. Mass Effect. They had the gay pilot. Not Joker. Joker's straight.
No, I mean, like, in other games.
No, Joker like a robot. Oh, God. That's something in common.
Like in one of my games, one of my favorite games, like I was talking about this last Real Talk, God Eaters. Mm-hmm. I feel like I honestly wanted to have a relationship with Alyssa, but because I could make a female guy character, so, like, the entire game...
Wait, what?
Yeah, and...
A female guy character or God?
God Eater. We're God Eaters. But, we could make a female character or a guy character. And because of that, they were super careful when they were making the story development. Like, there's a lot of emotional scenes with Alyssa, but they made it careful to the point where it could be any gender and still look good. I actually created a girl character just to make sure.
Just to see it.
Yeah. So, it kind of disappointed me at that point, because I was like... Then that means I really can't.
With Mountain Blade, you kind of like build your own relationships with all the different people.
Right.
Like you can start building up like a trust with this one Jarl or like the King of Sargoth, or you could go and or you could do something like completely opposite, like go fuck over someone completely every single time you see them. You go fight them, you kick their ass, like I did with Milton. Fucking Milton. Or Meltor, that's what his name was.
Fuck up, bro.
Fuck you. You look horrible. I wish more games did that.
I know.
They had a giant open world. You could have relationships with individual peoples no matter what their alignment was. Because you could be kings with the enemy faction, and then you could be an asshole to the guy who works with you.
Swear. I actually do like that aspect of games. It doesn't make you go to a certain side. You can actually choose.
It doesn't force you one way or another.
Right. It's gonna be an asshole. Put this in his garbage can.
Alright. Let's move on from story then. So, what was next? Level design.
Level design. Ooh, that's kind of hard one.
Bioshock Infinite, the level design for that was really good.
It was really good.
Level design by this I mean individual levels. World design means the whole world is how now it's designed.
Level design. That was a tough one.
The problem with let's go with Call of Duty again because everyone knows that.
Mm.
The problem with Call of Duty is there are certain maps that are really horrible, and then there are certain maps which are really fun to play on. Like what?
Really decent.
It's like what the ship one in what Black Ops 2 is pretty like fun to play on compared to the all the DLC maps from Uprising, like the skate park. That one's like ugh, God, I don't want to play on that one.
What, Mama Dead?
No. The skate park.
The park. Oh,
the skate park.
yeah. I just found out what you were talking about.
It's like
Wait, you're talking about that yacht, aren't you? Like with the hot tub and everything?
yeah, the hot tub. That map's good.
Yeah, that map's all. I love playing that map.
How did you appear behind me?
Yemen's a pretty good map. Wow.
I love trolling people though because for some reason they get in the hot tub so much.
I know.
I just throw grenades in there all the time and they never see them.
I just like what go over with the light machine gun and like what FMJ, just that one guy, just completely spray it.
Splashes everywhere.
I don't know. Okay, real fast. I don't get. How can you shoot through something and not leave a hole? Because that freaking hot tub should have leaked so much.
I like how even though sometimes you do leave a hole, but it's not a complete hole. It's going to be a dent.
Yeah.
And you still shot through it, which kind of irritates me, but I guess they didn't want to go that far into it anyway.
It's like what? The thing like hits them slightly like... Oh.
Right. Also, one thing I hate about zombies is like, me and my dad complain about this all the time. In certain, not even in certain levels, in any level, there could be a zombie that's just, for some reason, overpowered. Like... Have you ever played Black Ops Zombies?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the zombie that just does like a windmill swing at you?
Yeah.
Doesn't that like for some reason knock you out so fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Like that one.
That's level design. We're talking about level design though.
I know. No, because they could do that on like round 1 and it get us down so fast because he's
That's gameplay, isn't it?
I would like to say level design because I'm talking about rounds, like round wise.
I'm not sure that counts, but okay. What? Level editors. We call it like having like an engine in which you can like make your own individual maps is always
I've never really got that into it because I've only
Halo and Forge Mode, Hammer, World Editor. People have done like amazing stuff with that, like entire.
I've tried
original cities, like what that they build themselves, or they could like what make like homages or exact replicas of maps in different games. Because I saw like what Pillar of Autumn one for Gary's mod. Like you could go inside of it, you could explore all the parts that you did in Halo 1. It was like really freaking good.
I've tried making level creators on Halo before. It was super hard for me because I've never done anything like that, honestly.
I did in Halo 3, which is the hardest one. Because that one was like what you literally had to place things precisely. They didn't have all like the snap features and stuff like they do now.
I hated how
I haven't made a map in Halo 4 yet.
I've only done it in Halo 3. I hate though in Halo 3, like I see all these people with floating stuff. I'm like, how do you do that?
I know how to do that in Halo 3.
How do you do that?
Okay, so what? You plop an item down, like something that's the appropriate height you want it to float. Then you put something else on it, wait for it to settle, then you delete the thing underneath it.
And it doesn't move?
It doesn't move. You have to make sure it settles though, because if it's still moving around and you delete it, it'll still fall. You have to make sure it settles and stays still. Otherwise it'll fall down.
And it probably didn't settle because I've tried that. Because people tell me place something under it and then delete it. It's like, okay, I did it. I waited a few seconds and I deleted it. I guess it must not have settled because it always fell. I was like, fuck this. I'm not building no super map because I was trying to
don't put anything on top of that either. You have to do it layered.
No, I was doing a really detailed what's that damn thing called? What's the bikes?
Mongoose?
Yeah, I was doing a really detailed Mongoose race type map. I had loops and everything, and it was really it wasn't complex at all, but it would be really fun to race on. But I couldn't get it. I wanted to make a loop because I had a thruster system, not really thruster, but a thruster system. Yeah, and I wanted them to go just loop around, but I couldn't get the blocks to stay in the air. And after 24 hours, I fucking quit on it because I was frustrated.
I made a whole bunch of maps for fucking what? In Foundry and Sandtrap. Oh my god.
What else?
I wanted to make a tower defense with a zombie thing. So you know what I did?
What?
I literally made a building in Sandtrap in the open part. I literally made it so that way it's they had to come from one direction. Yeah.
Dick.
They had to come from one way. So it's like what? You essentially had a whole arsenal, but you had to like after a certain point you'd start losing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it was giant open field. You could kill whoever you wanted, but it's like after a certain point, like they could overrun you. Because like how. Another thing that did good, they call Halo, was like the game type customization too.
Awesome.
It was like really good. You could like edit like every single thing.
I also like in terms of game editor, I've actually tried editing a few maps from Call of Duty Zombies. It is not hard, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because like I remember I downloaded
Tony Hawk's Tony Hawk's Underground 1. I remember doing levels in that too. That was fun. Go ahead.
But that sounds like fun. But I remember this stupid I remember this stupid DLC for Zombies that it was just a shack. It was just a shed.
Oh yeah.
And I was so confused because I was like, okay, is there something else? And I kept going everywhere. Like I had 3 people with me, so I was like, okay, we all can defend this. So everybody was trying to find a way out of the shed or to get on top. We got on top, but that was it. It was just one
I think
shed.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and it pissed me off when the zombies started teleporting. So I was like,
yeah,
okay. And then they were invisible. I'm like, what the fuck? All we have is a shed and all these damn new asses. What the fuck? I deleted that thing after 5 hours.
It's not DLC, by the way. It's just like what user created is what they usually call it.
Yeah.
Because DLC implies that they person made it, even though technically downloadable content is still that. It's easier to call it user created.
But yeah, that like stuff like that. They did well, but like the aspect of being only in a shed with all that happening, that was really poor decision wise.
Yeah, see, it's like what you have to find a certain like dynamic to go off of in order to like make sure that it's enjoyable, explorable. It makes it like you want to go around instead of like sticking to one spot.
Exactly.
All that sort of stuff. What's next? Dialogue.
Never thought about dialogue. You could.
Let's go with the obvious ones. Like Mass Effect has it.
Yeah, I love that you could actually choose your dialogue in Mass Effect. Like instead of just generic, like it chooses what you say. Not chooses what you say. Like it's default what you say. You don't have a choice in it. Mass Effect. I was actually excited when that happened. I was like, oh my god, I actually get to tell this dude to fuck off. Yes.
I've had it with your disingenuous assertions. Bam. Right in her face. Snide insinuations, and then what? Tabloid journalism was the last one. She dodged it. She like, ha, can't get me, and then he kicked her and knocked her down. I think knocked her out.
Yeah, in terms of dialogue, I love the games that let you have your own dialogue instead of just default what you say is not based. It's just
base code.
Yeah.
What?
I'm trying to think of like a great game with
now see, it's like what? Going straight back to DayZ, we only know like a certain amount of games that are modern, that are on our minds right now. DayZ, the thing is like they have like the open world like chat thing, so it's like what? They have like so many situations where it's like you're aiming at someone, and it's like they like yell out friendly, 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 friendly. And it's like you have to respond to them in a certain amount of time. You have to do something in order to like what? Let them know you're friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just like what? It's like what you say can like really influence what people think, all that sort of stuff.
I like
you need to give. It's like that. All that goes into if you're gonna make if you want to do a good story where it's like customizable, then what? Make sure you let them choose what they want to say.
Right.
Deus Ex did that too, I think.
I also like the features in DayZ. Like, I've never in a zombie game, and I was actually happy about this. This is not like this is a stupid feature rant. This is actually, like, I've never in a zombie game created my own campfire.
Your what?
My own campfire.
Oh yeah, that whole bit's like what?
And you actually get to sit down
That's
at
gameplay.
the campfire. I was like, this shit is fun. Yes, all I needed was a campfire to have a fun zombie game. Learn people.
Alright, what?
What about
In
graphics?
terms of like what? No, linear story though. It's like what? What are games that had good dialogue? I can only think of what. This is just. Oh god, no. Bioshock Infinite had really good dialogue, like between Elizabeth and Booker, and then between like Fink and all them.
Yeah.
What else?
I keep going back to God Eaters because it's good in mine.
Half-Life 2, that had really like good dialogue too.
I keep forgetting his name.
Who?
The main character.
Gordon
Freeman. There we go. I keep thinking Morgan Freeman.
It's like his lack of talking actually really adds to it. It's like that sort of whole quietness to it.
Yes. I love Mass Effect. Not Mass Effect.
Half-Life.
Yes.
What else? Portal 2, that had like really funny dialogue.
I love
between
Portal
like Wheatley and then what, GLaDOS?
Moon.
Space Corps.
Space. I love that.
Alright, graphics.
It's like
Minecraft.
No, that's actually good graphics though. Like even though it's blocky, it's actually good graphics compared to most of the games.
Look, for graphics for me, I need to be able to tell what it is, and you need to be able to like maybe make like some really meaningful like backdrops.
Have you ever
like what? We call what? Halo Reach is like what? When Halo Reach and Halo ODST, they had like really great atmosphere because like how the graphics were. It's like what? With Halo 3 ODST, it's like what? It was like all night. It's like mostly nighttime, so it's like the only way you could identify stuff was like through the whole. Which was like the little sign. I think I'm actually going into level design, honestly, but
Yes.
Oh well.
I've gotten off topic too much.
Halo Reach is like what? The way they did it, like they had majority of that was like the whole world is burning, right? And so it's like they had a big amount of like oranges and reds. It's like it started early on. It was like everything was like nice and blue and shit, like green, healthy living. As the game progresses more, it's like black and red, scorched earth, and all that shit.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
And that's like what it's like what. Then it's like what? It's like they show like so like much different environments too. But graphics. Sorry.
But
don't try and go for the most amazing graphics ever, because then that leads to what? Unoptimized, we call it like unplayable games because of how like good the graphics are. You have to lower it all the way just to get it like decent frames, and that defeats the entire purpose of having good graphics.
Right. Like if you want to have
Crisis, case in point.
True. Have you ever played any of the Final Fantasy games? Like not the old ones, like the newest ones out like 13 and 12. I actually love their graphics.
Which ones in terms of like normal gameplay or pre-rendered cutscenes?
Cutscenes and a little bit of the gameplay, like the free roam aspect. Not only that, but in Final Fantasy Dissidia, like I like the fact that, and this is kind of interactive level design, back to that topic, but I like the actual feature where if you slice something and you're too close to the wall, it'll literally have a cut mark on the wall for
That's what they did for Half-Life. They had like bullet marks, like cut marks, all that sort of stuff.
Right, and even if it was like...
Oh, wait. Going back to gameplay real fast. Okay. Left 4 Dead. Being able to play as the zombies, that was a really
good choice. I love doing that.
You could see like
their perspective.
That brings into a whole like another aspect into it, like being able to see like what they're capable of doing if you were playing, just like in terms of like what the AI can do. Hell,
exactly. I did not know being a hunter was so fun. Like
I did.
I didn't. I was like, I'm just gonna jump around forever. No, that shit was super fun. I didn't think a charger would be as... It was kind of boring, actually.
No, it's pretty fun when you like get someone you can like knock people out the way.
Not
I need to show you something like at the end of this real fast.
Okay.
After we finish this episode.
But
we need to hurry up though because like we're getting the 45-minute mark.
I see it. But yeah, graphics wise, you want to do good graphics, but not so good as so you have to optimize all your formats just so you can play it at good frames or even good quality, not quality, but.
Should we just like split this into 2 separate episodes?
This is going to be 2 separate episodes.
Fine. We're gonna have to keep on talking about it then. Hell.
No, we can like stop, but just have it like part 2, can't we?
That just kind of ruins the whole like what.
Okay. But we don't have that much more.
Yeah. Okay. Sound. Music score for like games, Elder Scrolls, Halo. What else?
I honestly like Asura's Wrath soundtrack.
Metal Gear Solid, that was pretty good.
Metal Gear Solid, yes.
Games need to have like what really good
Minecraft.
That was actually like what you need to have it so that way it's like what if you're doing background music, they don't do it annoying like some games do. Like what they have like really good background music. Game Dev Tycoon 2.
Right. We had a good soundtrack.
BioShock Infinite had pretty good too. It wasn't too memorable, but it's like what some of the songs, like what,
Some of the songs were great.
like some of the songs are like really memorable.
I've got to.
And then the whole like what sound effects for all the stuff too, like the whole what Return to Sender thing. You could hear the bullets hitting the little thing, like ping 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 ping.
Yes, like that's can I say
Oh my
interactive?
god,
Yeah, I know.
the leg is so black.
I know.
What the hell?
I know.
There's no difference for me. What the fuck? Okay, game distracted.
But honestly, I'm gonna keep coming back to this because I love it. But DKnuerr has the least amount of songs in the soundtrack. Like the only thing it'll have is just background battle music, but it has one of the greatest soundtracks during the cutscenes. I'm not joking. But shut up. But yeah, soundtrack
Compared to things like what? I'll be honest, Kingdom Hearts had a really good music choice. Hell, really good sound effects too. It's like some of the music that was like it can get repetitive after a while. Other songs like are really good.
I like the hidden song aspect, like the Easter egg aspect of all the Call of Duty zombies. Like, well, in the first Black Ops, like they had.
I like how they had dubstep in that one little room.
Yeah.
In that one map.
Shit.
That's like literally the first time I went to that room. All I did was like crouch. Keep on crouching and like go up and down with it and start shooting in the air. A guy stared at me for a second, then he killed me.
Damn.
Like he walked in, he aimed on sights, and stared at me, put sights down, put sights back up, and shot me.
It's like I'm gonna let him have his moment.
It's like what the? No. What are you doing?
It's like
What are you doing? Who? Fine.
not our fault. But yeah, that's basically. I think that's pretty much it.
Does what? World design.
World design.
Pretty obvious. We just want to talk about the open world ones, honestly.
Yeah.
Bioshock Infinite's like they had a really good world too, but it's like what Elder Scrolls Morrowind that we call that one was like way more like mystical, like very like diversified in their environments.
Far Cry 3 had like a really good environment, as in nature and stuff. Like you.
Other Elder Scrolls games were really good too. Hell.
Yeah.
It's like you can.
Who else had a good environmental? I want to say Dragon Ball Z, but it's not Dragon Ball Z.
Trying to remember what like the third thing was. Hell, they had what levels, got level, world, sound, graphics, dialogue, story and quest. I'm pretty sure we got like what? There are 9 of the little things. Hell, I don't remember what we talked about.
We talked about gameplay. We talked about
gameplay too, and engine.
Yes, gameplay, engine, level
We're
design.
missing one. Hell, I know
sound, graphics, interactive features, quest, dialogue, and now we're talking about world. I think that's 8.
8 only though, so it's like I'm missing one. This is gonna annoy me.
Credits. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding. Can't be endings. We've gone over endings.
No, that's story. Yeah. I guess we can end it off here. Hell.
Yeah, we can't really remember.
Yeah, apparently Trevo didn't join us this episode. I don't know where the hell he is.
Yeah.
I hope to God he's not getting me what I asked him to get me. I asked him to get the card, right? For her.
Oh.
I hope he didn't go out and get it now. Because that would kind of like, ow. You missed the whole. We shouldn't tell him.
Yeah, we should.
Alright, he'll find.
But if you just watch,
he'll find out. He'll find out. Alright, what? I guess this has been it for now.
Yeah, we're gonna sign off for now, guys. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate the views. Subscribe if you liked it. Leave a like and a favorite, and we'll see you guys later. This has been J-Dubbed
and DKnuerr.
Poor as dirt, and then her parents got killed by street violence.
They were killed by Batman, and he took them for himself.
They were killed by Batman.
I know he was like, he saw Dick Grayson doing his performance. He was like,
no. He's like, click on. I want him. Hey kid, your parents are dead. You want to come to me? I think that guy killed him. What? He's a criminal.
But you don't know. I'll train you first. Be like, no, I wouldn't. There's a lot of good superheroes, but I still hate Superman for the
I don't like him too much anymore.
I didn't like Wonder Woman for a long time either.
Wonder Woman's meh for me too.
Cause she was
just a fucking queen in the Amazon. But wait,
you know, I just hate Like, you know the superheroes that, like, Superman and Wonder Woman, and sometimes Batman can do this too. They act like they're so damn incorruptible. Like, I would never do, like, Captain America, that's why